So it's going to be all eyes to the lights for the Formula 400s there. Against the Rev Limiter they go, and it's Andy Gill and Nick Smith with the launch there on the older of the 400s. Then away they go, but it is Andy Gill who, as they click into second gear, gets the drive and will take the race lead ahead of Nick Smith, who is just behind him there. Looks like it was a good start there as well for the 115 of Jake Donkersley there, all through Riches safely and well on the way now up towards Wilson's. And we will now turn our attention to the rookie Minitwins, because it is Sebastian Barron on pole position. They do have the green flag ready to go then. All eyes to the lights, and off they go then. And there's a bit of a hop skip and a jump here for Tim Wood, but as a great start once again for Sebastian Barron on the 189 machine. That is the white and the red Suzuki. It looks as though it's done in the Opto Pramac colours of MotoGP back in 2016 or so.
Sebastian take your anorak off, will you please? You are unbelievable.
It is Sebastian Barron leading them round Riches and on towards Wilson's for the first lap of, again, the 5-lap race. But the 400s then, it is Andy Gill and Nick Smith looking to take the fight to him in this one. He's there with them. Then it is Freddie Bate ahead of, that's Jake Donkersley and Steve Rapper. And looks like that could well be Cade Watt looking to go with them as well. Of course, Cade Watt is on a Ninja 400 as opposed to the inline 4-cylinder 400s of the men in front. And rookie Minitwins now filtering the way around Agustin is. And that is, let's have a look there. In fact, it's our pole position man, Sebastian Barron, down in the third place now.
Oh,
Tim Wood. Yeah, Tim Wood is up. Between third place and fourth as they make their way around doggies for the first time of Vasquez there. But you can see the number 173 of Alex Buchanan, that fluorescent yellow SP650 really popping in the sunshine here in downtown Thetford. The race leads to the 400 is already in towards Murray's then at the end of the lap. Murray's final corner. Murray Walker ahead of Nick Smith, who's looking to go with him. As we mentioned, the gap across the line then was half a second between himself and Andy Gill. Next up is Jake Donkersley and Freddie Bate. And Freddie Bate looks to have the run on Jake Donkersley. No, it is still Jake who takes third place as they go round Riches. The rookie Minitwins are now towards Murray's and onto the centre straight. So rookie Minitwins then, it will be frantic action all throughout the course of these 5 laps for these guys. And it's the 2-3-7 leading the way. Let's get confirmation, indeed it is. So despite that relatively poor start there for Tim Wood, it is Tim who leads the way ahead of Eggington and Barron. But Barron goes up to the inside and he's going to run a little bit wide there. Oh, he's almost on the green there, almost onto the grass with Sebastian Barron. He tried to go up the inside of James Eggington, but managed to outbrake himself ever so slightly and was right out onto the white line there when he really shouldn't have been there, Keith.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not one of these artificial penalties you get as well for running a little bit wide here.
Sorry, the green stuff is the grass.
Yeah, exactly. You run onto the green stuff here, they get a second penalty or something like that. You could end up with a very nasty penalty indeed if you fly over the handlebars. Great fine for. So yeah, absolutely great stuff. Sebastian Barron, very impressive for the rookie from Luton. First time he's been out with us this year, not a name I've certainly seen anywhere else. Maybe he's been running with another club or something like that. But yeah, it's say not doesn't seem to ride like the rest of the rookies. Somehow he seems to have a very good yeah, very impressive stuff that he's doing.
You're absolutely right. But yeah, very impressive indeed onto the front straight, and here they are rising on cue. It's still Andy Gill from Nick Smith. It was 0.565, this time around it's 0.553. So Nick Smith there, he did say to me yesterday after the presentation that he did make a slight mistake there. It just shows that it's such a fine margin that these guys are racing on as they're third and fourth race away around. FDS Yamaha Past Masters, and then it's Simon Harvey, Ollie Sims, Magnus Manson Chubb, and that is all of Formula 400s, Keith. Just 10 of them out there on circuit.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that Hayden can't be here. I know you spoke of his downfall earlier. Interesting to see Nick Smith, though. He's definitely lifted up his game because he's come across the line with 207.4. Earlier today, his best lap was a 209, so he's about 2 seconds previously. All of a sudden, he's got some serious competition from Andy Gill. I don't know how often these two have raced together, but Andy hasn't been as much of a regular in the last couple of years in the Formula 400s as much as Nick has, of course. Nick was our overall champion last year as well, and as we've been the sub-64 champion, really fast rider. All of a sudden we come up against Andy Gill, and Andy Gill is showing a very clean pair of heels at the moment, but it looks like Nick is taking the fight to him in this race, which is really good to see. This is the third encounter for these guys, so they've still got one more race later on this afternoon as well. He's got a little bit quicker than his rival there. Rookie Minitwins coming across the line, the first of them. Sebastian Barron, very impressive indeed, he really is. So first time that we've seen him out this year, team working over from Michael Hopkins to Davies. Not sure why he's not going to make it. He was certainly in Pembroke, but he had some results win of the year. So I don't know what's happened to Michael Hopkins. Davies is the other one who won a couple of races at Pembroke too. From him as well. A fifth yesterday and a seventh earlier today. Well, the youngsters from Hartford there, supported by mum and dad, as are so many of these youngsters, of course, finding their feet. Big bad. Second, I tell you, 2 laps to go, mate. We will have a battle on there. Low 207.2, so fastest lap of the race for Andy Gill there. So I think he knows he's got competition from Mr. Smith behind him. It's Stonkersley there in third, ahead of Bate, Rapper, Watt, Lee, Harvey, Sims, Manson, Chubb. First, the Minitwins is Barrett. But Tim Woods, I think Tim's a little bit closer than he has been all weekend, actually, because Tim picked up his second yesterday, was a good 8-10 seconds behind. And earlier today he was, let's see, about 6 seconds behind. So I think Tim maybe is getting to grips with the Snetterton circuit. What we tend to forget is that it may well be the first time these people have actually been to this circuit as well, of course. Brands Hatch, very much a southeastern circuit, very popular, very well known. It does host a lot of track days, sometimes on the 200, sometimes on the 300. Not wrong there, I can say it's a lot better than what it was back in the, I think it was pre-2011, wasn't it, when the change first came into effect. So, it was still a decent circuit back then, to be fair. It was just a little bit more straight line speed, should we say. You go back into the house, I think it was, when the Murray's corner, as we know it, come off the floor and onto the front straight, so you can imagine how fast the circuit was back in the day. Yeah, definitely. The racer bases or something like that from the late 80s, early 90s, and there's a great shot where when they go down the back straight, and I think it's Yamaha leading the way, and then 2 Normans go flying back in the early 90s on the JPS Nortons, but yeah, that's something strong here. So Gill from Smith by 1.5 seconds now. So Andy Gill, he does a 207. The reason he's opened that gap up is because Smith goes across the line at 208. Jack Donkersley, he's in third place in the full powers there, nowhere near the second of the sub-64s at the moment. The battle of the sub-64 championship is between K-Rock and Steve Rapper at this stage, so that's very much a battle of the championship between those guys, and Freddie Bate being the spoiler in the pack there, because Freddie's been out to play with this class before, but he might fancy a late run at the championship here as well. Minitwins then it's Barron who's been still leading the way. He's put Sims between himself and Wood there, so he's got around about 2.5 seconds. So I have to say it's looking good, looking good for another gold medal for Barron.
Yeah, I must say, getting plenty of track for his personal championship. We didn't see him at Brands Hatch, nor did we see him at Pembrey last month. I'm looking up towards Corums now and see the luminous red and the white machine of number 2 Andy Gill there. That gap that was 1.5 seconds is certainly doubled, if not tripled already between himself and Nick Smith. But this is the final lap. Number 2 of the 400, Andy Gill this weekend here, and it's race number 4, race win number 4 for Andy Gill. From that 400cc machine as he changes gear and crosses the line in second place. 3.8 seconds in the end between himself and the winner, Andy Gill. Out of where is they come then? The third and fourth place riders, it was a half. Over the line then to number 115. Right now, and there he is, Rod Matthews, so he lost a lot of time on that previous lap, that final lap, sorry, to Freddie Bay. That final lap was 2 minutes 17.1 for Freddie Bay, so I suspect he may have had a challenge on Jake Donald's lead, but unfortunately he may have outbraked himself. Fourth place overall, but of course that would still be a race great stuff there for Freddie Bay. Steve Raffin next across the line. Then it's K1. Damien Lee in 4th. Next up is the first of the rookie mini-twins. Once again, who takes the honours in the rookie mini-twins. This time it's let's have a look there. Oh, quite a fair way in front, in fact, about 6 seconds in front of Tim Wood and James Egginson will round out the podium for the rookie mini-twins. Then there's Tom Spencer, 75, takes 4th in the mini-twins. Next across the line is Ben King, and I seem to remember Ben King at Brands Hatch was very impressive indeed.